Good morning, friends, fellow video challenge igniters. Here it is, day 25. It's Kathleen here, and I am so excited that we are on our home stretch. It's so hard to believe that we are at day 25 already. Woohoo! I love our tip today that we are to stay on point and stay concise, which makes perfect sense because too much information overload leaves our audience, I don't know, kind of confused, and then they don't get the whole point that we had set out to help them with in the first place. So today we are to tell a story, something about us that you do not know. And I have learned that I usually end up going with the very first thing that comes to my mind, and it usually works out well that way. So mine is going to be a kind of a funny little story. Nothing, too deep, but it's actually funny. At least I think it's funny. Back in the day, when my husband and I first got married, I guess I should probably say this before I get into the story. We've actually been married twice, and that's part of the story, to each other. We were kind of, it was the mid 70s, early, we graduated then, and so it was kind of the end of the hippie era, and we had moved up to the Ozark Mountains with a group of friends in an old carved out school bus made into a traveling home, and we lived up in it was actually beautiful mountains up there, and we got married up there in this old kind of foundation of an old schoolhouse that was not used anymore. And I had the little flowers in my hair and the kind of long kind of thing going on, and my husband had had the long curly hair back then. It was a typical kind of like a hippie type wedding, kind of funny. And we ended up staying there, living up there for about 2.5 years, and then had decided just, we would move back to Buffalo to be with our family. And, obviously this was before children days. We could really live roughing it, and trust me, we did. We roughed it. That'd be a whole nother story. But the reason for the second wedding wasn't just because we wanted to celebrate with our family. After we had gotten back, we realized that the person that had married us really wasn't a real official minister. She didn't have a minister's license. So we really weren't legally recognized as being married. And that maybe it's not a big deal for everybody, but we actually had a second wedding with our family. And so there you have it. I'm kind of like a former little mountain hippie, and now the mom to 11 children and currently 14 grandchildren. So it will be funny to hear. Well, maybe everybody's stories won't be funny, but it will be interesting, I should say, to hear everyone else's story, learning something new about each one of you that I did not know. We will see everyone tomorrow on day 26.